Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which Brazil becomes a world superpower. And the first thing Brazil does is attack Peru to give themselves access to both the Atlantic and the Pacific, because you need both access to be a powerful economy. You can be a powerful army, but a superpower has both a powerful army and a powerful economy. So Russia doesn't make it, but China would. But their army hasn't been really tested, so can we really say that for sure? Not really. With Brazil being attacked on many fronts, and a few of them start falling, and Peru capitulates, and they're like, oh, we'll probably still be alive. Brazil, well, we'll see about that, if you live or not. It's really under my choice. Oof. It's hard to select. Okay, I got selected now, guys. And yeah. It'd be easier to just go select all, honestly. With Brazil now going after their second target, Uruguay. But Uruguay had a secret alliance with Paraguay. Because why would they? Because they have similar names, so why don't we do that? Paraguay, Uruguay. Similar names. One's on the Paraguay River, I think. I think it's named after a river. But anyways, don't know. Canada is not really accurate. And Paraguay falls, but Uruguay fell too. And Brazil declares themselves the strongest South American nation ever. Which, I mean, technically it was the Spanish Empire, but if they're stronger than them. Wonder, could the US beat the Mongol Empire? Well, probably, because Mongol Empire's technology was behind Americans today. But if they were both in the same era, had the same type weapons, that would be an interesting situation. The US could beat most empires before the invention of... they could easily defeat them. The Mongols wouldn't have an air force if they came back. But then again, they would also be able to seize all the weapons and military personnel that are there in today's world if they came back. With Bolivia falling, nobody likes Brazil anymore, who has declared themselves the sole ruler of South America, and they will do anything to achieve that goal. With them mad at France. Why France? Because France won't give them land. And Brazil's hungry. Oh my god, I didn't realize I mention Hungary in this video. But yeah, Hungary is hungry to eat some Slovakia maybe, or maybe some Croatia, or maybe some Vojvodina, or maybe even some Austria. So who doesn't want a snack in Austria? With the northern South American nations being like, oh no, he's coming for us. With the declaration of war in Venezuela, all the northern South American nations say, we will never surrender. Brazil's like, oh, you're not going to resist. Well, we'll see about that. Because they've only been against the easy targets. With Ecuador falling. Big chunks of Colombia. They didn't realize they had troops along all their borders. But another thing to be a superpower is you need to have good army mobility. So you can easily move troops if somebody attacks you. Faster than they can. And you need to border most nations, or they could attack you. With Colombia making a counter-offensive and retaking their capital of Bogotá. They even move into northern Ecuador. This is a good counter-offensive by any means. Shows they weren't really going to surrender that easy. But their armies are exhausted, too, partially. In Colombia and Venezuela's armies are pushed back on the Colombian Venezuela. Are a bit upset once they're here, but they say, what odds? Let's give one more offensive. We're going to fall, so we should give another offensive to show them what we're made of. And Brazil's a bit angry at all these offensives, but then they realize, well, this is just an easy task. Oh my god, I just realized they're about to unify South America because they became a world power. And yeah, I would say they're bigger than the US now, but it's hard to tell. As well, they're not normal exactly. To compare South America to North America, very hard to do. What's the thing? Well, you can compare the land areas of two different nations. With Brazil developing economic and military relations with the U.S., as the U.S. is like, well, we can't, if we aren't going to probably beat them, we should just let them do what they want. But the U.S. saying for trade treaties, we will allow you and rights to resources and trade, like, you want to trade with us more. With this being, although Brazil did not declare war on the South, they were like, oh, Brazil's army is distracted, still in the north. So we should invade to try and take out Brazil. With Brazil still moving its army down. I'm taking multiple of their big cities, but Brazil makes their counter-offensive. Which some of these troops got overstretched, so they get pushed back to, like, where the logistic lines are. With Brazil having to figure out a spot to break through, and they find here is a weak spot. And now they're able to kick them fully out. With the Bolivian state in Brazil getting their coast back. Yay. That's big chunks of Argentina having fallen. But Argentina and Chile make a counter-offensive. It mainly is over here in this area and over here. But Brazil manages to hold on. But then they get an idea. They're going to go around Argentina to get their capital. But Argentina let them easily take it, and then they move up and move back in. But Argentina doesn't expect a landing in the Falklands and then southern Argentina. Falklands are the UK, I think, but should be Argentina. It makes more sense. Look how close it is. Like, doesn't it make sense? And yeah, with a 2-front war, there's no winning. And then Chile falls, and it's a 3-front war. But then their coast falls, and it's like a 10-front war. Anyways. What does Brazil do? Oh, they are the strongest nations of every continent take over their continent. With America thinking of taking over North America. Russia thinking of taking over Europe. China thinking of taking over Asia. And Egypt thinking of taking over Africa. And that's all for today's video. Please like and subscribe so we can get to 2,300 subscribers by April 1st. Bye, guys!